What's going on, guys? In this episode, I talk about, in the beginning I get deep, kind of get off the rails a little bit, but it's entertaining. And then after I talk about the trip I did with my family last week. We went to Leavenworth and did this awesome tubing down a river. Super cool. And then right after that story, my camera cuts out, and I don't realize it. And I go on talking for another half an hour or more. And then I say, Bruce, and then I realize I wasn't recording, and I was defeated. But I went back and did my best to restate what I said, and so I apologize. It was a very weird thing for me having to explain the conversation again that I literally just had. So I didn't go into as much detail and as I wanted to, and I will do everything I can to make that never happen again. But nonetheless, it's still a really great episode, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Pearson podcast. Gosh diddly dang, I can't even tell you how much I love just having this. I was thinking about this earlier. It's a place where I sit and talk about whatever the fart I want. And that's great. It is a way for me to directly channel without any interruptions or anything at all directly to whoever the ding dong wants to listen. I apologize. I am so sweaty. It is hot in my room. I have a fan and air conditioner, but obviously that's not good for audio quality. Am I right? So airplane food, what's the deal with it? No, I'm kidding. All right. So, man, so last episode I talked with Jax. I believe that was his last episode. I talked to my little brother Jax. I'm having an epiphany right now. Did I miss last Monday? Man, I've been so busy recently. Whew, I pray I didn't miss last Monday. Jeez. Yeah, I've got so much crap going on. Like, I'm getting a tattoo soon. That's exciting. My first tattoo. I am going to, I said what it's going to be in the Meat Locker. Shout out to the Meat Locker podcast. It's a podcast I do with my two friends, Josiah and Dallas, on the Meat Locker podcast YouTube channel. Find that on YouTube. Uploads every Friday at 1 p.m. PST. So if you wanted to be a surprise, don't watch that. If you wanted to be a surprise, wait until I show you on this channel or whatever. But yeah, so I'm meeting with the artist this week to go over the design and stuff like that. I went to Leavenworth, which is gonna be something that I talk about this podcast. And the reason why I think that I may have forgot it is we left Tuesday of last week, and obviously, you know what, now that I think of it, I think I very well may have completely missed last Monday. Unless it was the one I did with Jax. I don't know, I hope not, and if I did, I apologize. No, it was the one I did with my grandpa. Okay, now it's all coming back. That one was good. It was deep and this is something that I wanted to share shed some light on. I don't want anybody to feel bad watching that podcast, because if you're going through it, like I say that because maybe you're watching it and you aren't doing the things that me or my grandpa were talking about, and you're like, well, shucks. If you're doing something and your life is working with that, that's golden. If you're happy, that's the most important thing you could do. If you're genuinely happy, if you're not I think what we were saying in that last podcast is you do these things to mask the fact that you're truly unhappy. But if you're living life, and believe me, I get it. It could very well be hard to see, am I masking this with, am I masking my sadness with this happiness, or am I just actually happy doing this thing? The way I interpret it is, or maybe not interpret it, but the way I see it with my personal life is, right now, I talk about food and cooking a lot on this podcast because I like cooking a lot, and I'm also going to be talking about a possible dish, a couple dishes I'm going to be making this week for my family. But I love cooking and I love food. I just love it, and I'm a pig at heart. I tell my mom I was probably in a past life I was a show pig, one of those that the farmer would just fatten up and then trade for a wagon or something, um, or give as a gift to their wife's lover, or something like that. Like a 300, 400 pound hog. You're looking at the reincarnated version of it. So, because I love to eat, and I eat quick. I just inhale it, and I don't feel necessarily good in my body right now. I just don't. I want to be healthy for myself. I I'm just not confident in myself physically right now. Um, so yeah, I want to get into shape, and that's and getting back to my point is, I like to eat food a lot, but on the scale of it, I think I would be happier being fit, because one thing I find with the food is one, if you, especially if you watch the last podcast, following my grandpa's regimen, is you don't have to necessarily sacrifice not having the food you want. Um, Sorry, my brain's moving 1,000 miles per hour. Um, my brain's moving a mile an hour. Shout out to The Office. Um, it's see, and then I bring that up and completely forget what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So one is, you get healthy and you get accustomed to what people would call healthy food, salads, vegetables, just healthy food. Your body gets accustomed to that, because one, it's our body's natural diet. The cavemen didn't have McNuggies. You know what I mean? As far as we know, unless the aliens brought down them some sort of alien McNugget. Man, what would an alien chicken nugget taste like? That's deep. But so yeah, if I eat that enough, and one, my body gets accustomed to it, and two, I think my body will respond better to it, and my body will then in turn realize, okay, well, this is the good stuff. This is the good stuff for my body and everything. So then maybe my brain will be like, this is the good stuff. It tastes good. You know what I mean? Because it's already kind of like that if you look at it. Like, for me personally, I guess I can only speak from my own experiences. Like, I'll look at a salad, or, a salad is just what everybody thinks of when they say a healthy, straight up healthy meal. Like, you think of, most healthy salads being pretty bland in flavor. Obviously, if they're, drenched in dressing, then you may as well just eat a McChunky. But a regular salad with not a lot of dressing. It just tastes like lettuce for the most part. It doesn't, for me, it almost tastes good, but in a different way, because it's like a burger. Trying to think of an analogy. It's almost like making your brain work for the flavor instead of like a burger just telling you exactly how to think. This tastes good, but a salad makes you think, okay, this is healthy. Ooh, a little bit of honestly, I've lost myself. Hopefully you guys got some sort of something from that. Why did I even bring that up? Oh yeah. So I just don't want you guys to feel bad watching anything I do, because in case you're wondering, I'm not perfect. I'm 24 years old, and I don't even know why I'm saying this, because everybody's like, yeah, I know. I know you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect, and you sure as heck aren't. Now, I'm a little bit off the rails right now. Let me sip some drink and then get back on the rails. It's kind of like black coffee and creamer. It's like a more creamer in coffee as opposed to black coffee. It's like the black coffee, some people would instantly be like, ugh, if they tasted both right next to each other blind. But the black, it's a more sophisticated taste. There's layers to it, as opposed to the creamer one where it's like sweet. That's the flavor, just sweet, creamy, and whatever the flavoring of the creamer is. The beans and the coffee, I mean, it's really suppressed from the creamer. Oh yeah, and by the way, if I'm kind of like burping or anything like that, it's because I just chugged a triple shot from Starbucks. My little brother got one for me. God bless. So yeah, I thought this would be a perfect time to make the podcast, because I am hyped on the caffeine. So yeah, the reason I brought this up, long story long, or short story long more like, is if you're happy in life, then God bless. God bless. That's it. I'm just saying that was mainly for people that maybe weren't. And also, if you're not, that's not necessarily the end all be all cure to everything. Like a little bit of perspective, or a little bit of kind of sit there on the third person of, outside of yourself, and then look at your life, look what you did, look where you fell asleep at night, look how you woke up and what you did in the morning, and when you went to work. How was that truly like? Because in the moment maybe it seemed bad, or maybe after the fact it seemed bad or boring or wasting of time. But for one, you're learning constantly. So there's not really such thing as a boring time. As I'm saying this, I'm trying to think of a true boring time, because think like, and I don't know, the couple of the things that come in my mind is a detention room. You're sitting there, you're looking around, you're observing, you're still thinking. What if you can't see anything? What if you're just in a blank white room, or a blank black room, where basically you might as well just have your eyes closed? you're still in your thoughts. You're still doing, in a form, learning and establishing your thoughts from from man, that's so weird. I slipped away. Sometimes I feel like when I'm talking, I'm I'm leaning forward, like, how, like, you're leaning forward and you try and catch yourself and you run forward and you have to run super quick, and if you stop you'll just fall. I feel like sometimes I'm like leaning forward and I'm going as hard as I can in my thoughts. I'm just going so strong, and then if I stop I'll just fall flat. That's something that I need to work on, because I completely forgot where I was going with that. Maybe it's because I just took a triple shot. Who knows? But I'm just gonna let that be. Hopefully, you guys got something out of that. It's annoying how I've done that twice. I apologize. So, man, I can't even tell you how. I mean, for one, how appreciative, truly appreciative, every single one of you. I mean, it goes beyond words. It goes beyond words how much appreciation I have just for you watching right now, if you're watching. Truly. It's, yeah. I'll let that be. I know this is a podcast and I want to talk about things of substance, but I'm beyond thankful and appreciative that you are watching right now, and I will not let you down. That's, yeah, that's one. And two, it's like, I'm just so freaking happy that I have this for myself. Like, I mean, to be able to just get my thoughts out, it's like, I really don't know. It's like therapy for myself. And, a lot of the times as you just speak things, because thinking things, my thoughts right off the top of my dome is it's almost like trying to remember a dream. Like maybe you use your thoughts just kind of to block things out, but actually speaking it becomes in the physical realm almost, and then you can kind of hear exactly how it sounds, and you're like, wait, that didn't sound or feel the same way as it felt or sounded when I had it in my mind, when I was thinking about it in my head. So yeah, that's just yeah. God bless everyone watching. And another thing is, you'll hear me say God bless a lot, and I don't mean that. I mean that in the way that you want me to mean it. If you want it to mean religious, God bless. If you want it to mean just a funny thing that expresses appreciation or gratitude or something good, then God bless. It means exactly what you want it to. Now, the Leavenworth trip, that was so Leavenworth is a place kind of near where I live. It's like a town where it's German themed. I don't know exactly why, but the whole city's themed with German stuff. The buildings look German, and I don't know. It's a cool place. So basically, it's a warm climate there, and a thing that you can do is there's quite a few companies that will take you out and go tubing, or like inner tubing, where you sit in an inner tube and float down the river. And I've never done it before. My family's done it a few times, and this is the first time I've done it with them. I did it with my dad and little brothers, and and it was so awesome. For one, um, I'm a redhead, so I get burned so easily, and so I like loaded up on sunscreen, and I still got burned, but I knew I was gonna get burned. It was just inevitable. Um, but Yeah, it was so sick. The people, they had really nice inner tubes, ones that like they had like pockets and hooks where you could hook each other's tubes together. They had like an extra like uh kind of a inflated like, I don't know, like backrest type thing, so you didn't have to like lean back. You could actually be kind of propped it up, and um man, it was so nice. I had the shades, had the a nice fisherman hat, loaded up on sunscreen, and we got an extra tube just for the cooler, which we had snacks and drinks in, and I mean, it was uh, it was something special. It was, I mean, try and imagine with me. You see a beautiful creek. The water's flowing decently quick, but nothing, nothing you'd see in a movie where it's like crashing or anything. Just a nice flowing creek, and it's clear, and it's a beautiful, sunny day. And you and your family are going down these rocks to the creek, to the beach side, and you step in the water with your feet. It's cold, but not too cold. It's a perfect contrast against the heat from the sun. You instantly acclimate to the water, but it's refreshing. And you sit in your inner tube. Imagine the feeling sitting in it, the almost zero gravityness of like floating and bouncingness with the waves, and you kick off a rock and you float down, and the first patch, and you immediately, or at least I did, I grabbed a drink, and it was a polar, or not a polar, Soleil, which is just a sparkling water, grapefruit flavor with caffeine. We grabbed a bunch of those, and we had some Snapples, and we had some sausages, and some trail mix, and some goldfish. And we were floating down, and it goes slow. You go slow, but not too slow. Probably like a couple miles per hour, speed wise. And you literally just lay back, feel the sun on your skin, and this, I mean, it's beyond amazing. And just imagine laying back, feeling yourself drift down, looking around, being surrounded by trees, meadows, giant mountains covered in amazing trees, a blue sky. I mean, there's birds, there's deers along the beach. Eh, and then occasionally you'd catch a little wave where it's like it's a decently, it's fun. It's nothing crazy at all. It's kind of like woo, one of those times. And then we would find a beach or whatever, because it's kind of like one of those things you start, and then you just, whenever you want, you can stop. You just have, basically, I think our appointment was 12:30, and we had until 6. to come back basically. So there's like 6 ding dong hours. You know what I mean? So you could just take your time. You see a beach, you pull over, you know, lay down, do whatever you want. What we did a couple of times is imagine pulling to the side, just finding a nice area, and the water was crystal clear. I mean, it was crystal clear. It was super clean. That you could look underneath, and there were fish, giant salmon. Um, and what we did is we just found a little area along the creek, and we would just swim. And it was super cool because we didn't realize it, but the tide is quite strong. So, you know, swimming, once you stopped standing, the tide carried you down. I mean, you know, that sounds like it carried you down a long ways, but probably in 5 seconds you'd go, I don't know, 5 or so feet. So it just feels like a lot. So what we would do is like try and swim upstream, but it would be funny because like we just stay in one spot. It's like a water treadmill or something. That was super super fun. And basically, you know, fast forward the same stuff until we finished. We probably spent, I don't know, 4 or so hours there. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Thank the Lord. Yeah, that was awesome. It's crazy. It's like I've only been doing 25 minutes. Um, but I feel like I've done a lifetime. No. Um, so that was that. And that trip overall, I mean, that trip was so nice just to get out. And you know, my dad works a lot, so it was great to get to go on a vacation with him. My little brothers, I gotta sneeze. My little brothers got out with them. That was great. Super super fun. We actually witnessed a motorhome was like engulfed in flames. Uh, on the way walking back from because our hotel was so close to the entrance of the tubing place, we just walked there and then walked back. But on the way back, we looked in the air, a big cloud, big tower of black smoke. We're like, what the ding dong is that? So as we got closer and closer, we were like, nah, that's not like a, you know, a regular, like maybe a restaurant fire or something. That's something crazy. And then we started walking a little bit quicker, and then in the middle of the town, you know, probably flames going up 12 feet. It just huge flames erupting and roaring out the side of this motorhome, and smoke on the other side. It was like a meth lab gone wrong or something, but it was insane. Yeah, and we got there before the fire people got there. Um, yeah, it was pretty crazy. But that trip, I mean, the trip it was amazing. Um, we're going to Arizona with my whole family. Um, uh, all right. Well, this sucks. I completely just lost probably a half an hour of footage. Man, I feel defeated right now. I ugh. I'm debating whether to say what I said again or just to let it be. The thing is, you know what? F it. I'm saying it all again. Because you guys deserve to hear. Gosh dang. All right. So, where I left off is, who knows? I think I was talking. I just rewatched and saw what I was talking about. I was talking about Leavenworth, I believe. So after that, I talked a little bit about Japan, the Japan vlog, and and this is difficult because I'm complete. It was so good too, ladies and gentlemen. Ugh, so unfortunate, but that happened for a reason. I don't know what or why, but it did. So this Japan vlog, these travel vlogs are, when they come out, I highly recommend you watch it. Highly, I spend a lot of time editing them, and they get better and better every single time I do one. Um, I've got a few trips planned. Um, I'm going to Arizona this month with my family, and it is going to be. Sorry, I'm just really quickly. My brain is tricking itself because I literally just had this conversation, and this is a weird feeling right now. Very weird. And so just be prepared for me to get up and see if it's recording multiple times because I don't want this to happen again. Speaking of, I'm going to get up and see if it was still recording. Tis indeed. All right, so we're going to Arizona. I've got some family over there that I haven't been able to see in years because, one, COVID, and two, I hadn't been able to go because I was working. But now, self-employed, ladies and gentlemen. Um, and so right now, so this Arizona trip, this is going to be something special. Because one, I'm going with my whole family, my mom included. Usually my mom, chills back because she's got a family of boys, and it's more of a vacation for her to stay at the house and just chill by herself, which completely makes sense. But obviously we love when she comes. It's a completely different experience when she joins us on the vacations. So she's coming, which is something that hasn't happened in a very long time, at least for Arizona. And this is gonna be so fun. We're going to the Grand Canyon. We're gold panning. We're getting geodes. It's gonna be a straight up hoot. So, and the Grand Canyon, it's it's difficult because whatever. It's out of this world. See, this was literally one of my favorite podcasts I've ever done, and I lost so much good footage. I'm so bummed out about it, but I should not be bummed out because it happened for a reason. Happened for a reason. I just need to keep telling myself that. But I guess I can go into the Japan vlog. Now, this Japan vlog is going to be light years above the Arizona trip. Now, and that's not saying that the Arizona trip is going to be, a splash in the mud by any means. The Arizona trip is going to be, life-changing. But this Japan trip that me and my little brother are doing is going to literally change our lives. For one, it's going to be me and him. And I bring this up because it's gonna, excuse me, I really have a feeling it's gonna change the way I look at life. It's going to change the way I look at my content. It's because, for one, when we go over there, you can expect at least 10 videos. One, at least 10. But one is going to be, the standard travel vlog where it's just, and this one's probably going to be at least an hour long. Going to be hopefully seen by a good amount of people. Me and my little brother have been researching Japan vlogs for a long time, and 98% of them have like millions of views, and they're trash. I apologize, but they're so run of the mill. Seem like it was, put through like a Android automatic editor factory, like when you go to a place and you record a lot of stuff, and then your phone just puts it together with music just in the most generic way possible. That's what I think they do. Not actually, but it's just so generic. This is going to be dang near a feature film. We're going to put so much effort into it. We're saving money for the next year. The plan is to go April next year, because one, that's the cheapest time to go. And we've calculated. I'm very transparent about everything on this podcast. So we've calculated $3,000 each, and we can make it so incredible. $3,000. We could go for cheaper, but the thing is, there are things that, this is a vacation. We don't want to be stingy with the money and stingy with the experiences. So $3,000 will cover the flight, hotel, and we've already got the flight figured out. We've already got the hotel figured out. We got a hotel that's $100 a night for both of us, and right at the bottom of it, the bottom floor, is a 7-Eleven, and 7-Elevens in Japan are next level. Let me make sure I'm still recording. I can't even tell you how defeated I will feel if I go over there and it's not recording again. And by the way, if anybody wants to donate to our Japan fund, I said this in the previous time. I kind of brought it up as a joke, but then I thought, I guess there may be some people out there that may actually want to donate to it. We can put your name in the video and shout you out and be like, this was made possible because of whoever donates. Contact me at pearsonvisuals.co@gmail.com. That's also my PayPal, and my Cash App is #Pearson Visuals. Just saying. And I know that may sound weird coming out like that, but I brought it up in like a joking way. I'm like, hey, just shout out my PayPal and Cash App, moved on. But then I realized, there may be people that actually want to donate. But that is in no way an obligation at all. That's just strictly if you want to, that would be hugely appreciated to us. And yeah, I'll do whatever you want in the video, shouting you out wise. But yeah, no, and if you don't have the money, or if you just don't want to, no hard feelings at all. Me and Spencer are working to do this by ourselves. Spencer's 14, I helped him figure out a business plan to make the $3,000, hopefully by April. And by the way, April next year is only going to happen if we don't have to wear masks. If we have to wear masks, we'll wait until we don't. Hopefully, yeah. So 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 yeah, the plan for him at least, because you know, yes, I could make. Obviously, I'm gonna make a lot more than 3,000 until then, but I've got a lot. I also have to save. I also have to. There's bills, blah blah. Um, so so for him personally, we thought, well, I came up with the idea of a pressure washing business because, I mean, he wouldn't want me to tell you the price, but Spencer, if you're listening, it's not a big deal. He's going to charge $30 a driveway, and you know, he's 14. He's going to be wheeling around, going door to door. And I think we calculated you only have to do like 100 houses in order to get to $3,000. And I think and I've already, you know, discussed this in previous vlogs, but yeah, I think when I did that, when I broke it down into 100 houses, $30, then they kind of clicked, and he was like, whoa, okay. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So yeah, we are. Oh, the thing I brought up, 10 videos. So it's probably going to be at least an hour long travel video, and I assure you, when I see hour long videos, I'm like, oh, geez, it's going to be a lot of filler and things like that. It is going to be edited to a T. I mean, you know, a lot of the time when people go to these places, or at least my experiences in the past is, shoot, I should have had the presence of mind to record that specific time or that specific thing. I'm going to be working overtime to do that. I truly am, to make that, because, you know, at the end of the day, if it makes us no money whatsoever, it is going to be an incredible time capsule of a moment for me and Spencer. And obviously, if whoever else wants to watch it, it's just going to be a memory solidified in the physical realm. And yeah, it's truly a beautiful thing. So, as I said, 10 videos at least. It's going to be a couple mukbangs, but not mukbangs in the gross way, just kind of going like, me and Spencer go to KFC in Japan and you know, get some stuff from the KFC menu. Me and Spencer go to the McDonald's. I get a Japanese McDonald's branded beer, the teriyaki burger. We go to some really nice restaurant. You know, things like that. So yeah, I mean, we'll go to 7-Eleven, we'll go to hotels. And also, Super Mario Land is over there. And if you don't know what Super Mario Land, it's like the Disneyland equivalent to the Mario universe. And my little brother Spencer is huge into the Mario stuff. Sorry, I've got like an eyelash in my eye or something. Gosh, I'm sorry. I keep getting up. I really don't want to do this again. I'm running out of time. I got to do stuff today. But yeah, and you know, we've done so much research for these Japan videos, and did I even say this in this section or the deleted section? 98% of the vlogs are just garbage. No offense. I literally don't know if I've said that in this video or the one that was deleted, but no offense. They're just poorly made. So we were in our travels of researching. We found a place called Super Mario Land, and the guy showed it for like 2 seconds, and it was so amazing. We stopped it and we're like, we have to save our true genuine reaction to when we're actually there. So so that is gonna be pretty insane. There's like Mario themed food and stuff there. It should be really, really fun. Um, but yeah, so another type of video that I'm going to be making is first person cooking videos. Um, Cooking videos like um, um, sorry, uh, I put the GoPro on my head and, make a burger the way I do because I love cooking. Talk about cooking all the time on this channel, on this podcast. And, and there are certain recipes that I've got nailed. And, and yeah, I'm excited to do that. Sorry, it's like I already went through this and in detail, so now I just feel like I'm saying it to a different person. You ever explain a story to someone and then someone right after asks you the same question, you give them like a half butt answer? That's kind of what I'm doing to you guys, so I apologize. I really am. I'm honestly just trying to get the information out just so I can end it and edit it and upload this so you guys can watch it. Um, that's just the truth. I'm truly bummed out that I lost it because it was so good. Um, yeah, I apologize for even saying that, because I know you guys are gonna be like, well, shoot, now I'm getting this, crap answer from him because he already said it once. Believe me, I do not want to do this again. I'm happy to, but I did not want to. Have to. Um, so yeah, this week I am going to make two dishes for my family that I've never made before. One being crab cake, and because my dad, one of my dad's patients, gave him two Dungeness crabs, so that's really super nice. A lot of people say Dungeness crab is the best crab, and it's very good. I would need to have like a blind taste test between all the crabs to truly say that. King crab obviously has, a huge amount of meat and it's just so satisfying. Indigenous crab is slightly smaller, but there's a decent amount of meat. But the flavor is different. It, it's kind of like what you're in the mood for. But so yeah, so I'm gonna make crab cakes. Never made those before. But I'm gonna try those out. Um, and then this Friday, I'm gonna make pulled pork in the smoker, marinated for a couple days prior, and just some, just sweet and spicy kind of seasoning, and yeah, roasted for about 6 hours. Usually, it'd take at least 9 to 12, I'd say, but these pieces we got from Costco are a little bit smaller. They're about football sized or something, so it should take about 6 hours or so. Um, so that should be quite fun. Just, make some pulled pork and then make pulled pork sandwiches. That should be real fun. And yes, so look forward. So I'm going to end this podcast here. I truly apologize that I absorbed. I've been recording like for this extra like 11 or 15 minutes, something like that. But before I had literally like an extra half an hour. So I cut basically everything I had in half. Um, I truly apologize for that. I do not know what happened. Um, but nonetheless, I hope you guys. I don't know if this made it in or the deleted section, but I just wanted to let you guys know that my gratitude for you guys goes beyond words. If you're watching right now, I can't even explain how much it means to me that you give a ding dong about what I say. And if this helps any person in the world, just know I'll always be here. I'll be here every Monday to, I don't talk about negative things. I just talk about life, and I love life. I have chiseled out a very simplistic life for myself. Um, and, if you guys want to DM me on Pearson Visuals, my Instagram, or anything, just talk to me about anything, I'm completely open to that. Email me at pearsonvisuals.com, or pearsonvisuals, period, co, at gmail.com. If you want to talk about literally anything, I'm open to any kind of conversations. Comment anything you would like. I am so appreciative to anybody and everybody that's watching. Thank you so, so much. And I will see you guys in the next one, next Monday. Peace.